In this tutorial video, I'll show you how to work the knot stitch from the Splatter Paint shawl. In order to work a knot stitch, you're going to knit, leave the stitch on the needle, yarn over, and then knit into that same stitch where the pattern indicates. Then you're going to slip the next stitch purlwise with the yarn in the back. So we knit a stitch, come out of it, but don't take the stitch off of the left needle, yarn over, and then knit again into that stitch before removing it. It's imperative that you keep those stitches really loose. So the knit here, the yarn over, and the knit are really light-handed and very loose and soft on the needle, slip purlwise. And the reason you want to make sure you do that is so that you can get into all three of those stitches on the next row, which I'll show you in a moment. But you're going to slip purlwise with the yarn in the back, and then every other stitch you're going to work this group of three into the knit, yarn over, knit into one stitch with a slip in between. I'll show you continentally now. Knit, yarn over, knit, all into one stitch, slip purlwise, knit, yarn over, knit, and then slip the next stitch purlwise, with the yarn in the back, of course. And you're going to repeat that to the end of the row. And keep those very loose. Slip, and then whatever at the end of the row, you finish it as the pattern indicates. And this is what you'll have. You'll have slip stitches in your main color with a triple stitch together in the contrast. When you get to those triple stitches on the next row, you're going to work them together through the back loops. This is why it was so important to keep those stitches loose on the first row. You're going to slip the slip stitch again with the yarn in the back. That makes the float go to the back of the work. And you're going to work those triple stitches together, three together, through the back of the loop. And that closes them back up into the one stitch that they originally came out of, so that your stitch count will go back to the original amount. So you're going to knit those three together through the back of the loops, just like that. And here I'm showing you English style. That's what they look like there. You've got the nice floats in between them from the slip stitch with the yarn in the back, and the three stitches going together creates that little knot. And now I'm switching over to continental style because I'm a little quicker that way. And it's the same concept. Slip with the yarn in the back and then knit the three together through the back loop to create the knot. And I find tugging down on the fabric sometimes helps me get into the stitches, into those three if you're having trouble getting into them. Then you finish off your row as the pattern indicates, and this is the look that you'll have, the little knots with the strands in between.